to spend some of your weekend with us, man. So it's Sunday. I know the weekend's just about over, but out here on the West Coast, it's still nice out. So anybody who's hanging out with us out here on the West Coast, instead of being out in the sunshine, that boiling heat, thank you so much. Anybody wrapping up their weekend with us on the East Coast or anywhere between, we love you. We appreciate you. Huge shout out to all the mods, man. Our mods here are the best mods on YouTube, which is dope because we have the best community on YouTube too, by far. Like, I might be partial, but this community that we have is the most incredible thing that I have ever seen. Like, I love you guys. You guys make my life better on a literal daily basis. The fact that you guys continue to show up for me, some dusty ass old convict who just tries to do better every single day, means more to me than you guys will ever know. So thank you for being here. Thank you for riding out. I know that you guys have seen me. Those of you who've been here for a while, you've seen me go through a lot. When we started this mission out, I was on house arrest in the state of Florida, stuck in a tiny, dingy little apartment. And now me and Jax have built a life together with you guys every step of the way. And I appreciate you guys so much for being here for that. Now we have a 2-story house and I have a studio. And I'm not even on probation anymore. I'm an actual free man. So I thank you guys for being here all the time and hanging out with us. Tonight, I figured that we would just do some questions, man. Like Justin Cameron just asked, how's the Lady Jax doing with her foot? Well, her foot's bad, man, but she's doing real good. She's spending some time with her mom right now who flew out from Florida. So thank you for asking. We love you, Justin. Yo, Jumpsuit Pablo, YouTube royalty is up in this bitch right now. My dog, what is up, Jump? Jump said the king of the wood chipper. I love you, brother. It's good to talk to you, man. Hey, honestly, I was going to give you a call earlier today. I'll probably do that tomorrow, if you're not too busy. If you could take a call from your old boy JD, I want to chop a couple things up with you, man. Really appreciate you. Abby said I'm a free-range JD, which is great because it's true. And also, you know, I'm working on a little collab, just a little shorts collab with somebody, and that kind of runs along with it. You know, I got chickens out here, bro. We got chickens. I eat fucking organic, straight out the chicken types eggs, bro. That's how I be living. Your boy got it good out here, man. I'm on a compound. You know what I'm saying? Jumpsuit Pablo said, let's chop it up anytime, brother. I love you, man. Somebody asked if I like communism. No, that's a good question. W. Lennon. That's a good question. No, I don't fuck with, I don't be fucking with no communism, bro. I'm an American, dog. What part of Oregon? Kind of outside of Eugene, Oregon, you know, home of the Ducks. What's up? But I live outside of town. I won't live in the city in Oregon. I don't like what goes on around here too much. You look kind of convictish. Well, you know, I still have all 58 of my convictions, brother. So there's a reason I might look a little convictish. Hi, Desert Sauce Co. What's up, man? You're in my neck of the woods. Where you at, dog? Are you up in Portland? Where you at, homie? Love you, bro. It's good to see you here, man. I appreciate you. Yo, we got somebody in here saying, "Go Ducks! Go Ducks! You son of a bitch! Hell yeah!" I don't watch football games, but I'm always cheering for them Ducks. Abby said JD is happily married. Please respect that in the chat. I am very incredibly happily married. I am like the luckiest dude ever, to be quite honest with you. Matt said 2 questions. When is the Sheriff Grady Judd interview going live? Also, can we get more videos from Honaki? His torture needs to continue. So the Grady Judd interview will be going live this week. Guaranteed. Cross my heart. Hope to die. And I see some Honaki. Honaki can come out to play. I actually was working on something a little bit earlier that'll probably be out soon, where Honaki gets to meet our good friend, the wood chipper. Love you, Matt. Thank you so much for that support. That goes a long way, homie. Anthony Cavasso! What is up, dog? It's good to see you, man. Big love to you. Anthony said, hi, JD. How are you? Family is out of town, just feeding the dogs and my sister's guinea pigs. That's sick, bro. You're like the Dr. Doolittle over there. Gotta sweep up the droppings. Pray for me. Ooh, man, yeah. Yeah, I don't like cleaning up no doo-doo, bro. I don't like cleaning up no doo-doo. Last time I had to clean up doo-doo, well, actually, that's not true. So we have two dogs. You guys know we have Moxie and Zero. And Moxie's a French bulldog. Zero is a Boston terrorist, right? So they got those nubs. They don't got full tails. They got nubs. And sometimes when they poop, their nubs be pointing down when they poop, covering their booty holes a little bit. So every time we let the dogs back in from going to the bathroom, we have wet wipes and we have to wipe their asses. I thought that I was done. When I was done having kids, I thought I was done wiping asses. Now I'm wiping tiny little dogs' asses, man. High Desert said, legit getting ready to cruise through Eugene. Yo, homie, hit me up, bro. Hit me up. That's awesome, man. How long have you been here in Oregon, dude? Hell yeah. Let's see. Moldy Bones said JD for new government role, head judge for Chomo cases. I'd like to be the executioner. I'm not gonna lie. I like to get my hands dirty. I don't want to sit behind some desk with a fucking little hammer wearing some funny style ass dress, bro, or a business suit. Let me be the executioner. Vulcan Cohen, the Digi Elite. Thoughts on Podcaster Tom Powell? Don't know who he is. No idea, homie. I'd love to give you an educated opinion, but I just don't know who he is. Yo, we got love from Texas. Hey, you guys, anybody here who is in Texas, especially and particularly if you are in the 23rd district, I gotta rap at you for 1 second. Do anybody know who Brandon Herrera is? Anybody ever heard of the Unsubscribed podcast? Anybody here like freedom? Anybody here love America? Anybody here like guns? Well, if you like any of those things, Brandon Herrera is going for a second round to run for the 23rd District Congressional seat out of Texas. And he is going to be running, I think he's going to win. Last time he did this, he was 400 votes away from fucking winning, dog. That is less than 1% away from winning. And he was going up against a Republican rhino. He was going up against a lifelong politician. Now, Brandon, for any of you who don't know, he's not a politician. He's a fucking American. He's a YouTuber. He does YouTube videos about guns and the best guns. And he hangs out, his entire group of people are veterans because he is an unofficial 17-time Purple Heart recipient, Brandon Herrera. So if you are out there in Texas, please spread the word. If you're not in Texas, please spread the word because my boy is going to take this and he has great things that he's going to be doing for this country, for all of us, and for the state of Texas. High Desert said, same number. I was in Portland for a few days, heading down to Oceanside, California. Now that is lit, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, hit me up after I'm off live, bro. Moldy Bones said, but then again, what ain't an hour away in Oregon? That's 100% facts, homie. That is 100% facts. I am an hour away from everything in Oregon. And that's part of what I love about Oregon. So a lot of people ask me, why'd you move from Florida? Which clearly I like Florida better, right? Like the way that it's run, the way that everything's constantly trying to kill you out there. I am more of a Floridian than an Oregonian. That's just a fact. But here's the thing. I love my parents. And my parents rode out for me and never gave up on me when I gave up on myself. When I was an addict, I gave up on myself. When I was in prison, I gave up on myself. They never gave up on me. They're my neighbors now. My mom's not doing so good. My pops ain't doing so good. I get to take care of them. I get to protect them. I get to love them and repay what they did and gave to me for so many years while I wasn't doing good. So that's what it is. That's why I live in Oregon. And I love the state of Oregon as far as like the nature. I just don't like what we're doing out here because I really don't like it, man. I really don't like it. But I do love the land. Seth, what's up, man? How's your weekend? My weekend is going blessed, homeboy. How about you? Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Pollock 604 just got out of prison. Salute to you, my friend. Are you going to stay out? You're not going back, right? I'm telling you, bro, it's a little bit to adjust to when you first get out. I know the first day you get out, is like Christmas on steroids times 1,000, right? Don't let yourself fall back into that old shit. Let me just give you a little bit of advice from somebody who's been there and who did some shit wrong, bro. Don't try to make up for the time that you lost. Just take things one day at a time. There's no rush. And don't fall back in with the people that you were fucking with that helped you end up in prison, man, because there's nothing in prison for nobody. It sucks, bro. Shower sharks, snitches, chomos, and a lot of good dudes with mental health problems, but you don't need to be there. Man, is somebody doing this again? You're just doing colors now? Bro, do your parents fucking need to get... Why would somebody just spam with colors? Do you have a helmet with the little drool catcher? Like that collects the drool? What the fuck is wrong with you to be doing that? Don't make Trev work that hard, bro. That shit's stupid. Dale said, I'm so glad you're giving a living amends, giving back to your parents. Amen, JD. Man, it's such an honor to be able to be that dude today. My grandpa loves you. Well, I love your grandpa. Tell Gramps I'm with him. Yo, Seth, it's good. Had to work last night. Going out of town tomorrow for a week for some training. A good getaway from regular work, man. I'll tell you what. I love coming home, but it's always really exciting when I get to go out and do trips. I know I've got one coming up soon. I'm going to be going out to San Antonio, Texas to hang out with Mr. Brandon Herrera and the rest of the guys from the Unsubscribed podcast. So I'm really stoked about that. I'm going to maybe get to talk to him a little bit about what he's going to do if he gets that when he gets that congressional seat. It's so good once it hits your lips. Yo, Richard, thank you. Richard said double tap the screen to like the live. Thank you so much, homeboy. Love you, bro. Yeah, San Antonio's great. I love it there. Texas is another really awesome state, man. We got Kristen from San Antonio. We got Zukanig, who's in San Antonio right now. Yo, Richard the Goat said, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are awesome. That goes to all of us. Thank you, homie. Matt said, hey, JD, if you ever make it to Port St. Lucie, we should get a steak. Man, last time I was in Port St. Lucie was for a court date, and it worked out pretty good for me. I was pretty lucky to get house arrest out of Port St. Lucie because that's where one of my big busts was, and it was not a lot of fun. I went there and, bro, they do not play. Them cops out there do not fucking play. That SWAT team out in Port St. Lucie, and God, bro, have you ever been to Rock Road? That jail out there? That jail in Port St. Lucie is crazy, dog. Moldy Bones, did someone just ask if JD was MAGA? Probably. People are obsessed with that. People have this idea that they need to, so people that are indoctrinated into one side or the other have a need to put everybody into a box. Well, here's my box, my G. I don't know if whoever said that can read. Here's my box right here. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm Wood Chipper Party. This is the Wood Chipper tribe. You just stepped into somewhere completely different, dog. We ain't doing all that over here. People from both parties are welcome here. I don't care, bro. I got friends that are super liberal, like you would not even believe. Septum rings, blue hair, the whole thing, but they're respectful and they're kind. And they allow for differences. And I got friends that are absolute fucking MAGA, bro. But we all agree on some shit. You know the shit that we agree on? That wood chipper shit, dog. Keeping kids safe. Because that's that shit that's important. And that's what I'm about. Vulcan, Keon, the Digi Elite. Thoughts on Washington State? I have thoughts on moving there. I'm in the Midwest. Thoughts on the Midwest? Are you a wrestling fan or not? That's a lot of questions all at once. Let me tell you this about Washington State. Washington State is a hard fucking spot as far as weather, dog. It's very dismal there. They get a lot of rain. They get a lot of cold. I don't know if I could do it. I have enough problems with Oregon. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Midwest, I don't have that much experience there. I've just driven through it, man. But I've never been like a huge wrestling fan. I grew up watching a little bit of wrestling when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know any of the current wrestlers, except I know my buddy Jelly Roll was just doing some wrestling the other day. But, you know, when I was watching wrestling, it was Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, this dude up there, Macho Man Randy Savage. That back in the day shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just a wee little guy. Dale said, JD, did you know the wood chipper term is definitely spreading? It is. It is. And you know what? It's because of you crazy animals out there. All you beautiful people out there, keep spreading it. And it's amazing. It's amazing the power that we have in this community. Matt said Rock Road sucks to go near. It's depression to go within a mile. I was on the floor of a 6-man cell. I was the 7th man. And I was like one of like 2 token white people in this whole unit. It was mainly Haitians, bro. Mainly Haitians. There were 2 white dudes in there. And there was, you know, it's like a 30-something person unit, but our cell alone had, 3 bunk beds, so 6 people, and I had to sleep on the floor. And it was crazy, bro. It was kind of a nutty jail, to be honest with you. But you know what? That was where I decided I was done. And actually, one of those Haitian dudes that was a shot caller for this Z gang out there of these Haitians down there in South Florida, he took the time to talk to me all night long. And he convinced me that I could connect with a God and a higher power outside of myself. And it didn't have to be defined. It didn't have to be something that I couldn't understand or that I needed to understand, that it could be something personal. And it was crazy because he stayed up with me all night. And the next day I ended up getting out. And I did not think I was going to get out, homie. I did not think I was going to get out. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't have anybody that I thought was going to help me pay for a $58,000 bond. But the next day I walked out of that jail, and it's only been good things since then. Unahoa Chan. I'm sorry, I probably messed up your name. I apologize. As someone who has been assaulted when I was 11 and never got justice for what happened to me, I absolutely love what you do. Much love to everyone. Yo, we are all in this together. As someone who at 6 years old had it happen to him, just want to let you know, I never got justice either, and we are all in this together. High Desert Hot Sauce Company, I'm 25 minutes out. Homie, I'm going to be on this bitch for at least another 45 minutes, bro. Indigenous Cracker, have you heard of the Aaron Spencer, the Arizona father who was arrested for protecting his child? Aaron Spencer is out of Arkansas, my friend. Aaron Spencer is out of Arkansas. He's actually out of Lone Oak, Arkansas, Lone Oak County, Arkansas. I know I'm good friends with the sheriff, John Staley, out of that county. And I've known the stuff that nobody was able to talk about for quite some time. There's more going on, and you guys are going to learn more about that whole situation. Aaron Spencer did what he needed to do. But even if you do what you need to do, sometimes that means you're going to go to prison. Like the Alaskan Avenger. The Alaskan Avenger did shit that somebody needed to fucking do. And he went to prison for it. I stand with Aaron Spencer and what he did. I don't know that he's going to get away. I don't know. There's a lot with that case that we don't have the details of, man. I'm hoping for him. I pray for him. I got his back, but he might go to prison. Anthony Cavazos. The thing about politics, there's so much complexity to all of it that you can't just box left or right. It's messier than that because humans are complicated. I can't pick one side like the others. Well, here's the thing, Anthony, is that what's important to me is that I am morally consistent. I have to stand by what my morals and my conscience tells me. Sometimes my morals and conscience tell me that what one person is doing is right. Sometimes they tell me what another person is doing right. Oftentimes it tells me that what everybody is doing is wrong. And that's just a personal thing. So for me, the whole thing is complicated, and I'm not going to align myself with either side. I'm just not. Because I think there's elements of both sides that make a point and that I can vibe with, but there's so much on both sides that I can't. So for me, it's the wood chipper party, homie, you know? Garcia Santana. God bless you and everyone in this stream. Let's get JD on Rogan. To God be the glory always. Homie, it would be such a fucking awesome thing to be able to go on Rogan. And God bless you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Alec Case. Hey, bud, should rub Jimpy leaves touching with these cause extreme pain comparable to broken bones. Last months, found in Australia. Rub it on chomos before we let them starve to death. I did not know about Chimpy leaves. I think that's an incredible idea. Dominar said, there's nothing like the sound of a chomo going through a wood chipper. Facts on that, homie. Hell yeah. The catalog, what is up, homie? JD, there's a 20-plus-year-old video of a woman claiming Trump raped her when she was 13. Why are you not on this? Won't let me link the video. Well, it's not going to let you send links on a super, Bubba. But it's probably one of the ones that we've already gone over, and you just missed it, homie. You're going to have to go back and watch because we talked about these things at the time when they resurfaced. I don't talk about shit over and over and over and over again, dog. You know what I'm saying? So before you come and ask me why I haven't talked about it, maybe go back and look. I put out a shitload of videos, dog. I've gotten over 2 billion views on YouTube. I be putting the videos out, dog. A lot of people come to me and they're like, why didn't you talk about this? And then I'm like, I mean, I did months ago when it came out. But also at the same time, just someone making a video saying this person did this to me isn't conclusive. You have to fucking follow through. You have to get it to a jury so that we can have an established fucking, okay, this was proven. Because anybody can claim anything. I can claim that you raped me yesterday. And then it has to go to court and you have to prove it. We need fucking proof so that we can act on it. We don't get to put someone in here unless we can prove what they did. That shit's important. This country was built on constitutional right to due process. And that's why if it's important, I understand how hard it is for victims to come forward. I understand that. I know as a victim. But you have to, because if you don't and you don't follow through all the way, then that person, you never get justice. That person is still out there. They victimize more people. There has to be enough proof to be able to convict somebody. Otherwise, you can't just, oh, well, somebody said it. I know somebody who's lying on their ex right now on some seriously felonious, terrible shit and trying to get them in a shitload of trouble. And luckily, this dude has all the receipts because she's lied on multiple exes saying the same type of shit. And this dude might be the only one who has the receipts to be able to disprove it. So, you know, there's a lot of people out there that will lie, especially when somebody has money. And I'm not saying that the girl's lying. I'm saying you need more than just somebody saying it. It doesn't work. You have to have proof. Munchie said, what up, big dog? How's wifey's foot doing? Man, it is still busted up, bro. I love you, Munchies. She's out right now with her mom, having a good time. Her mom flew in from Florida. But yeah, I'm fucking really stoked she's getting that time with her mom. Some random guy, American Thor, Valhalla VFT collab. Well, check it out, some random guy. I've known Nate for like 20 fucking years, dog. Nate is my homie, bro. Like, me and Nate ran back in the same circle back when he was DJing, before he went into the military, before I went on, you know, another horrific fucking run and moved to Florida. And he lives like 15 minutes from me. So we are absolutely going to be collabing, bro. I love Nate to death. I had no idea that was him. I would just see thumbnails, and I literally thought I'd be scrolling on YouTube, and I'd be like, oh, look, is that me? Is that me on a thumbnail? No, it's that Valhalla dude. I didn't recognize him. Let me just tell you, Nate looked different back in the day, and so did I. So he didn't really recognize me either. We just recently figured out that both of us are back in the area, and both of us are doing YouTube. So we're definitely going to be collabing for sure. Let's see. Nate said you talked about jail nonstop, homie. Okay. Are you fucking weird? Do you make friends being fucking weird? Is that like your thing? Being weird? Do people find that like approachable? It's just a question, because that's a weird fucking statement, dog. Backwoods Templar, hey JD, somebody made you on WWE 2K25. I saw it in the community creations. Homie, what the fuck? Where do I find that? I want to see that so fucking bad. Bro, that's sick. Hell yeah. Indigenous Cracker, what's up, man? It seems like, to me, pedos get more protections than the victims oftentimes, man. Oftentimes. And it's fucking horrific. It's fucking horrific that that's a reality. But it is a reality. You know, there's no other class of people that get protections and are considered a protected class in prisons because of the nature of their crime other than fucking pedophiles. They are the worst of the worst. And they give them protections based on the fact that they hurt children. Make that shit make sense. Jay Smartass said false accusers deserve the same sentence. Every single minute of it, bro. Every single minute of it. It's terrible. Dale said, and Nate? Nate is Valhalla VFT, bro. We got greetings from the other side of the world. What up, Alexander? How you doing, homie? Love you, bro. Keep up all this wood chipper for 2026. We going all day, bro. We going all day. Fred Marine said, JD, I'm here, brother. Hell yeah, man. Good to see you, man. Thank you for checking in. You are still in my prayers, bro. Every night and every morning. And I love you, dog. Unrested Tank. Did you ever look into that creature who's supposedly worse than Lily Tino? Couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. You see, you got to give me more information so I can find it, because I'll go. I'll go in. Oh, I'll go in. Sure enough. Sure. JD, I spent all night trying to make a belt from watches, but I think it was a waste of time. Any advice? I think that sounds like a fucking cool-ass belt, bro. To be real with you. Alec Case. Should we legalize the following? Allowing illegal immigrants to stay if they hunt down 5 convicted chomos for each immigrant and call it Alien versus Predator. I'm fucking in, dude. I'm fucking in. David P., how do you feel about Roblox protecting pedos? Here's the thing. is my kids like to play Roblox. So I've had to go in and figure out the privacy settings on that shit. If you are a parent, you really need to be aware of what's going on Roblox. You need to look at each and every game that you give your kid clearance to get and see if they're able to get incoming and outgoing messages from strangers. Because why the fuck would you want to let your kids be accessed by random people? Oh man, Scotto. I'm actually doing a short on the Fed twins. Yeah, I saw that, bro. They provoked shit with the Hells Angels at Sturgis, pulled a gun, and then ran to the police and got a police escort out of Sturgis because the Hells Angels, like 3 of them mobbed up on them. Those dudes, I'm going to tell you right now, those dudes are fucking feds, bro. Those dudes are fucking feds. They're trying to incite clubs into violence so that they can hem them up. They want to be able to use them, attacking them, to establish a criminal pattern so they can hit them on RICO. Guaranteed. Dominar, Patreon. I got to get it, bro. I got to get it. I got to start working on it. Thank you for reminding me, man. I love you. Unrested Tank. Isaac Butterfield was the only source I found on that creature. I am screenshotting that. Thank you so much, bro. Red said I rock the MPAA gear all day, and you definitely have the tribe. Love you, man. I appreciate you, Red. Camille, thank you so much. Yo, we got Kimberly in the chat. What's up, homie? How you doing? Let's see. Fed Twins, Deadpool killer kid. So they call themselves the Outlaw Biker Twins or the Outlaw Twins, and they've made their own 1% gang vests with 1% diamond patches, like they're an actual, and it's just these two dudes who go on TikTok. And they're super fucking Walmart ass bikers, bro. And they wear filters. You know the filters that the super busted chicks wear, like that makes it look like they're wearing a full face of makeup? They wear them shits on their videos. It's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. But they're always trying to incite issues and violence and beef with the 1% gangs, clubs. My bad, clubs. But here's the thing, is those dudes have come after me too, because I've made fun of them relentlessly, and will continue to make fun of them because they're fucking feds. CRX Joe, what's up, brother? I'm all in on the wood chipper. I have 3 daughters, so yeah, wood chipper. Love you, bro. High Desert Hot Sauce Company said, when you want to drop that wood chipper hot sauce? Yo, we should make that shit happen, homie. Hell yeah. Marcus X, JD, my boy, give me a wood chipper. Dale said, oh, I saw them. They're not bikers. No effing way any respectful HA member be caught doing that. They're not HA. They don't even claim HA. They made their own 1% club. You're not allowed to do that, by the way. There are rules the clubs have established. If you want to put a diamond 1% patch on your shit, bro, and you are an unsanctioned club, you will get fucked up. Nathan Slate, I found your son, Justin Slate. Yeah, I don't have a son named Justin or Slate. Are you talking to somebody else? I'm not sure what's going on. Jared Jones, dude, thank you so much. Love you, bro. Pops did Fed time in Lafayette and Fayetteville and Tallahassee. Crazy how much your point of view and his are similar. It was him and a couple of friends who got me to change and not enter the system. I appreciate what you do. Like, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, respect to your pops, respect to you. If I can get one person to not go down that same road that I went down, everything I do on social media, everything I do in recovery, everything I do in life is worth it. Because it's a fucked up, terrible fucking thing, man. It really is. Let's see. Mars, headed to the highway, looking for adventure, whatever comes my way. Hell yeah, Mars. Abraham, thank you so much. 1% of a diaper club. Bro, these dudes are such bitches, bro. They're such bitches. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Those dudes, like, look them up sometime. They're absolutely terrible. Anthony Gavassos, disturbing story. Did you know experts made child dolls for pet? Yep. Child dolls for pedos. These experts say it's supposed to deter real harm to real kids. And there were a bunch of politicians on the left pushing that they be allowed to sell these things because Republicans were trying to make them illegal. And people on the left were like, no, they'll just stop at fucking a doll that looks like a kid. No, they won't, dog. No, they won't. That's absolutely crazy. You're encouraging that behavior. That type of behavior escalates. It starts small and then they start hurting kids. That type of behavior absolutely escalates and it's disgusting. Carly said they should be illegal, and I agree 1,000%. CRX Joe, just because I like your social media, I'm giving you a little more. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll be here watching and listening. Joe, I'm so honored to have you, and thank you so much. It means a lot, bro. Big love to you. And then my dog Seth, what's up? Speaking about your recovery, JD, I love seeing your journey. I deal with the same people over and over again. It's so heartwarming to see successful recoveries. I'm going to tell you this, Seth. I am so blessed. I've been given so much grace and I've been giving so much room to be able to grow. Like the people around me that helped me and lifted me up were such a blessing to me. And so it really feeds me and my recovery to be able to do that for others. And recovery has been the greatest blessing of my life, because without my recovery, I wouldn't have the wife. I wouldn't have the amazing community. I wouldn't have the house. I wouldn't have any of those things. I can either have drugs and alcohol, or I can have everything that I love in life, because I love my life wholeheartedly right now. But I cannot have both, and I've proven that repeatedly. Butch said, JD, how did Ronnie come up with the name Falling in Reverse? Been wondering, thought you'd know. Oh, actually, I do, man. Ronnie is a good friend of mine. I love Ronnie. He's fucking cool people. He thought of it in prison. And, you know, he just thought of, like, it's a visual for him of, like, a phoenix rising out of the ashes. Because people who've been to the absolute bottom and know what the gutter feels like, knowing what being locked in a cell for days at a time feels like, knowing what being desperate to be able to get that next bag so that they could just feel okay and not feel sick. Because he's a recovering heroin addict. He has 18 years clean and sober, man. Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse has been clean and sober for 18 years. That dude don't drink. That dude don't do nothing. And in fact, that dude says he gets hangovers from pizza. And when you're eating really clean, that's the thing, man. It's crazy. So for him, it's just the idea of rising from the bottom, falling in reverse, coming up, man. Short Bus said, I do interviews with pred catchers. Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. You should hit up Shia Mundi, bro. That dude changed my whole perspective. I'm going to tell you this right now. When it came to what Dads Against Predators did, I was skeptical because they're not putting people in prison. And I talked personally with Shia Mundi from Dads Against Predators, and he explained it to me that in the state that he's in, it's really difficult to get them to build a case off what they do. But he still wants to, for him, he believes, and this makes sense to me, that for pedophiles, it's not even about sex, it's about power and control. So he demasculates them, takes their power and control, and hurts them. And to him, he feels like that is the best deterrent that he can do, because he can't get the cops in his state to get on board with putting them in there and putting them away. Deadpool Kid, I'd go medieval like Vlad the Impaler, making human fence posts out of pedophiles. Felt that, dog. Well, Boris said, if you want a child grape rabbit hole, look into Metsiba Pedi. Good luck, homie. I probably butchered the pronunciation on that. Original owner 777. Even after 26 years clean, temptation can rear its ugly head. Having people to stay clean for is everything. Facts. Facts, homie. Kevin Dawson said, I celebrate 16 years off alcohol and 6 years off pills this year. Almost everyone deserves a redemption arc. Keep being an inspiration. I'm proud of you, man. Hell yeah. That is absolutely amazing. I'm proud of everyone who is out there doing their thing in recovery, man. We are all in this together. Short Bus said, I'm a Predator Poachers mascot. Oh, that's what's up. Hell yeah. Jared Jones. Talk about weird protections. Achomo tried to get physically castrated to stop himself. The system refused his request through the state. LA was the first state in 2024 to allow if requested. Louisiana. Yeah, so Louisiana has actually been on the forefront. You know, they tried to do what Florida's doing, where in October 1st, they start executing pedophiles, bro. The state of Florida passed that law, and it kind of mirrored Louisiana's law. The Supreme Court shut Louisiana down, and they were kind of like, okay, we can't do this. Florida fought back. So they've opened a pathway for other states to be able to do this. And on October 1st, they could start sentencing pedophiles to death now. They could start executing them on October 1st. So I'd imagine by October 1st, they're going to start putting pedophiles to death. Kasuno, hey JD, I'm a real estate executive CEO, was shot dead and no one's talking about it. Maybe make it into a short. The company's name is Blackstone. So that is not just a real estate executive CEO. That is the woman who was in charge of the company that bought up the majority of the single family homes in the US so that it made and turned them into rentals so that young people Probably everyone in my chat, including myself, are people who, would try to get qualified to get a home, and they made it almost impossible. I have zero tears for that person. I have zero tears for that person. She sold out the American people. And it's not getting the same type of traction that the whole Luigi situation got, but it was still pretty wild, man. Sansevera Media, good to see you. How are you, family? So good to have you here. Yay, made it into one. Wood Chipper Steamroller 2028. Love you, fam. So good to have you. Backwoods Templar said, I will get your entrance and I'll send it to you. Hell yeah. Anthony Cavasso said, you should look up Project Spade. Very disturbing rabbit hole involving millions of CP being shared. Deep website. It's called The Love Zone. I will look into that. Thank you so much for that. Hell yeah. Thank you. Booger Wolf. JD, there's debates about abortion when they get pregnant from a rapist, which I understand. I feel the rapist should suffer death row. Then the baby it found incredibly guilty. What do you think? I feel the rapist should suffer death row. Then the baby if found incredibly guilty. What do you think? Well, I don't think the baby should go on death row. But if somebody is raped, bro, and they don't want to carry their fucking rapist's baby to full term, I think it's absolutely disgusting I feel like it's absolutely disgusting if you force somebody who's been raped or sexually assaulted to carry a baby. That's fucking evil, in my opinion. I think that's fucking evil. I don't think that people should just be out there, like, knocking out fucking abortions every couple months and using it as birth control. I think that's fucked up. But if somebody is raped, they should not have to carry that baby. That's just my opinion. Shorebus23 said, can I interview you about pred catching? I don't do a whole lot of pred catching like in person. I work with, I find people on the internet and I report them. But if you want to do something like that, hit me up on Insta. Joe said, JD, thank you for the shit you do. Love you, bro. Maybe one day we will meet. Joe, I love you. Thank you for that support. That's huge, dog. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, homie. Should we off all rapists, not just child rapists? Michael Nelson, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I know that we talk a lot about pedos. It's hard to get away with saying the word rape in videos without getting fucking your platform taken. There's just something about that word that social media has super marked. But anybody who's raping anybody, I don't care if you're raping a kid, an adult, a woman, a man, an elderly person, anybody who's raping dogs, we've seen a lot of that lately, they need to go in the fucking wood chipper, bro. The wood chipper doesn't fucking care. The wood chipper is fucking gender neutral, bro. It's gender fluid. And remember, people who sexually assault other people, they're not people. They're fucking rapists and pedophiles. David Dunn, much love from Arkansas. What's up, homie? I love Arkansas. Love your energy. It's been inspiring me on my recovery since I lost my leg last year. Keep being you and God bless. I am sorry about the leg, but congratulations on your recovery, homie. There's a lot of good recovery in Arkansas. I was actually the keynote speaker at a peer support conference down there a couple of years ago, and the keynote speaker at an overdose walk out there in Little Rock. And there is so much good recovery in Arkansas. My boy Jimmy McGill out there killing it, bro. Painkiller said, I sent my letter to Donald Trump about stand your ground in every state. Cross my 45s, he gets it. I love that cross my 45 shit, bro. That shit is dope. Hell yeah. Another good person to talk to, well, I mean, I'm sure that he's already on it. I'm sure that he's absolutely already on it, but Brandon Herrera from the Unsubscribed podcast, a good friend of mine, is running for the 23rd District Congressional seat out of Texas, and he is a huge Second Amendment supporter, and if he gets into Congress, he's going to be pushing and doing everything that he can to make sure that we have full rights, because our rights are not given to us by the government. Our rights are not given to us by the government. They're given to us by God. It says so in the Constitution. So our government should not ever be infringing upon those. They didn't fucking give them to us. They have no right to take them from us or to limit them. Alex said the government would rather ban children's free speech than ban predators' free speech. Ban preds, not kids. Absolutely, man. 1,000. High Desert, if you're down to chat, I'm going to hang in Eugene until you're done. Hit me up when I get off live, homeboy. Hell yeah. Sense of Era Media. I say surprise someone with intercourse in Nadia videos, but without delay, she never would have thought to put Herod Reprogel in the wood chipper. Who's Harold Reprogel? I gotta see that, bro. I gotta see that. Nadia's dope. Hell yeah. Did you have a beard when locked up? No, I didn't. I did not have a beard when locked up. I did more of a clean shaven type of a thing. Do I have my keys here? I don't have my keys here. My keys are downstairs. I can't even get into my safe. I found my prison ID the other day. I found my fucking prison ID the other day. That was crazy. Actually, I was over at my mom's house. My mama had it, bro. So that's pretty cool. I can show you guys my prison ID now. Better question. Were you born with a beard, Mars? Yes. Yes, I was. A beard and these shoulders and the nipples. Oh! Direct said, I would vote for Brandon. He's a Medal of Honor recipient. 12 Purple Hearts, bro. 12 Purple Hearts. I want to see the mugshot on the ID. Bro, I have one from when I first went in. I actually have two of them. I have one from when I first went in and I look fucking like methed back. My eyes aren't even open, bro. I'm like, and then the one from after I'd been in for a little bit, looking a little lot healthier. Alex said, will the Fort Stewart sniper still get wallered in prison since he didn't kill anyone and only shot grown men? You know, I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I think he's going to get a lot more violence than sexual assaulting. You know, somebody might make him their little prison bitch, but I think he's going to get a lot of violence perpetrated on him. So, did you have to grow into the nipples, or did they grow as you grew? The nipples were actually, they were the same size when I was a baby, and I grew into them. It was nuts. It was crazy. Yeah. It's not like I started off with starter nipples. They were just here, bro. They were here. They were birthed before I was. It's nuts. How long did it take to grow that beard? Well, you know, honestly, like I go in and get trims. When I was going into court, I got it trimmed real short, shorter than I would have liked, but I wanted to look professional. And that paid off because, you know, I walked into the courtroom looking professional. I showed respect to the court. And I ended up not having to go back to jail, which was sick. It's sick when you don't have to go to jail. But, you know, I've been growing this beard for, you know, I've had setbacks, but, you know, about 2 years. About 2 years. Zach Pack, JD, love your integrity. Thank you so much. Joe, have you made amends with the police? Do you help them out? You know, here's the thing is that I work with detectives units. I've worked with detectives units on putting child predators in prison. I've worked with the FBI on putting child predators in prison. But I don't go out, like a lot of my crimes, none of my crimes had anything to do with that shit. So I didn't like go out to like the drug detectives that busted me up on a controlled buy and make amends with them or anything. It's funny that you should actually ask that because one of the detectives that tried to get me on a bunch of charges and screamed at me while I was in jail, I ended up being friends with him. He was actually really cool. He didn't get me on any of the charges that he wanted on me, but he fucking went to the same church that I went to for a little bit in Daytona and worked out at the same gym. He was the guitarist at church, and he really liked some of the metal bands that I liked, like especially August Burns Red. So we would talk and chat and shit, and he sort of watched my journey, and he was a really nice guy. I don't have any problem with law enforcement. I have a problem with cops that abuse their power. And honestly, I think if you are a cop that's breaking the law or abusing your power, I think that you should get held accountable to a higher standard than a normal citizen. I'd like to see you, get more time than a normal citizen would. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. And we need to make some changes with that. But, I have a lot of friends that are cops these days. Look at Angry Cops. Rich. Fucking love that dude. He wrote a letter to the judge for me. In fact, when I went back into court for this DUI from 2014, he wrote the letter, and that judge actually quoted that letter when he sentenced me to community service instead of jail time. It's fucking lit. Jeff J said, gotta fix the system. People get falsely accused. And I think that the people who do false accusations, if we can prove that you falsely accuse somebody beyond the shadow of a doubt, I think that you should absolutely have to do every minute of time you tried to put on the other person. Kaz said, I have a problem with fake bent ones. Wood chipper. Love a straight cop, wet dreams. You're lit, dog. You're fucking lit. Let's see. James Yarborough, what's up, homie? How you doing? JD, you are missed in Daytona. I'm not gonna lie. I miss Daytona too. But I'm really happy to be where I'm at. Do you think that Luigi Mangione will get a fair sentence? No, I don't. I don't think he has any chance at getting a fair sentence. I think that they're going to make an example out of him because I'm not even saying that he did it. He hasn't been found guilty of anything yet. There's a lot of holes in the prosecution's case, but if he gets found guilty, they're going to make an example out of him. And if he gets found guilty, whether he did it or not, they're going to make an example out of him because whoever did that absolutely made them look fucking stupid. Made them look stupid as fuck. And it was a crime that was meant to inspire the people. Andrew Brubaker, do you think Brandon has a chance? Just curious. I don't think the other dude has a chance, homie. I don't think the other dude has a chance. The other dude, last time, won by less than 1%. It was around 400 votes. And Brandon is going in more experienced, wiser, with a larger fan base, with more support than ever, not just from the people of Texas, people all around the country. And he has more connections in Washington, even though he's not even a politician, because you have to realize they did a podcast from the Pentagon. They did a podcast where they were live streaming at the Army's 50th birthday. He's gotten connected. He's been working on this. I don't think the other dude stands a fucking chance now. Vaguely Wise, look up Schlepp. He's a predator hunter that's silenced. Where can I find him if he's silenced? What do you mean he's silenced? Did they shadow ban him? Did they ban him? Where do I find him? Johnny Madrid, I bet all your tats are not prison tats if you're from Florida. No, the good majority of my tats are not prison tats, bro. I mean, look, I'm fucking slung back in color, homie. Definitely not. High Desert Hot Sauce said, why the fuck is it 100 degrees here? Got Arizona temps going on. We get high temperatures for a very short period of time. If Jax hadn't broken her foot, I would have been out floating the river most of this weekend. But, Jax is my best friend, and I do most of the stuff that I do with her. So, Alex Rawson is the best Chomo catcher. I dig what Alex does, but I also, there's a lot of good people out there doing it. I like the way, and a lot of people the thing that people don't understand about Alex Rawson, and Alex does say shit that's offensive to people. I don't really care if he says offensive shit. I care that he puts pedophiles in fucking prison. But a lot of people don't understand that Alex lulls them into a false sense of security so that they admit their shit to the police, which I think that's great. I actually have a friend who worked in sex crimes against children for 7 years. And this dude fucking told me that that was his exact thing that he'd use. Sympathize with them, get them comfortable, get them to start talking about shit. Ocean Vartanian, your mama raised a bitch, homie. Your mama raised a bitch and you like to fucking throat shit. Get the fuck out of here, weird ass bitch. Makes me want to have fried pickles. I want fried pickles right now. What the fuck, bro? Where are the fried pickles at? Alex is really good at that. Talked to him earlier. Bro, I love Alex, man. He's a good dude. He's a goddamn snitch. Just say it. Who, Alex? If you think people that go after fucking pedophiles to get them locked up are snitches, your fucking hard drive needs to get checked. You're fucking, and if you weren't a fucking coward and talking shit behind a fucking fake name with no profile picture, I'd find you and I would make sure that you got your hard drive checked with the type of shit you talking. You a whole bitch. Your dad was a whole bitch. Your dad taught you throating skills, and I'm sorry that happened to you, but it's not okay what you're doing, little bitch. Sense of Era Media. Fuck ACSOL. Fuck Narsol. But there is an 11-letter solution. You have a tattoo that eliminates the need for registries. Wood chipper! Hell yeah. Hicka, thanks for the videos. Thank you for being here. Love you, family. I appreciate you. Let's see. Hey, JD, your beard isn't on your face. It's not? It feels like it's on my face. Let's see. Weren't you going to jail or something? Ben, I didn't have to go to jail. I got community cervix instead. I ended up getting community cervix instead of jail, which was fucking rad. Big True said, and hey, glad to have you here, Big True. Love you, dog. I live by the bro code, but I would 100% leak on any sex crimes facts, unless it's a cho-cho getting the dough. Facts on that, bro. Facts on that. If there's a fucking cho-cho getting the dough, I didn't see shit. I don't know shit. I ain't heard shit. You know what I'm saying? A dough in the wood chipper. Let's see. Yeah, guys, you guys should be following Big True. He makes AI, Bigfoot, and JD wood chipper cho-cho hunting content that is absolutely fire. If you guys are sleeping on Big True, you guys are missing out. Also, if you want to get any of my merch, including the Mr. Chippy shirt and tank top, there is a pinned comment at the top with the link straight to my merch site, man. You can get yourselves, get off the thing, the Make Pedophiles Afraid Again hat, which we also just loaded up in camo with Hunter Orange. It looks sick as fuck. And all of the new gear is there if you guys want it. So we have 1 minute until my brother, Jason, the Alaskan Avenger, jumps on. So I'm about to jump off. And I'm going to be jumping over to the Alaskan Avengers live stream. Y'all should join me. The Alaskan Avenger used the sex offender registry in Alaska as a to-do list, broke in and smashed them with hammers, man. So if you're not following the Alaskan Avenger, go check him out. He's my brother. He's me and Jax's family. Sense of Era Media said, if I see a chomo getting hurt, no the fuck I didn't. And I'm with you on that. Indigenous Cracker said, Shepherd's Pie slaps, bro. I love Shepherd's Pie. Yo, Fred, Marines, love you. Love each and every one of you here in the chat. I'm going over to the Alaskan Avengers live. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, one love, baby. Be good or be good at it.